This is Iron Trader. It is Wednesday morning. Now, usually I would say this is hump day, this is crude day, but here in the U.S., it's a stock holiday today, Juneteenth. So there is no market here open. However, we are going to look at here at crude oil and natural gas. Now, the EIA report usually comes out today at 10:30. That'll be on Thursday at 11 a.m. for crude and at 10:30 for natural gas. And then the rig count will be as usual on Friday at 1 p.m. Now, last night we had the API report, and crude oil had a build of 2.3 million. Gasoline had a draw of 1.1 million, and distillates had a build of 0.5 million, and Cushing had a build of 0.5 million. So, as usual, I say we are going to review the crude oil here and natural gas, and then we'll be here later today when the futures open up here after 6 p.m., and we will do another video for crude oil and natural gas to get you set up there for Thursday morning. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, when we look here on the daily chart here, we can see we had a really nice, good run up yesterday, a nice series of higher highs and higher lows. And look at this 8 SMA here, okay? This is moving up very nice. You crossed over the 21-day, and now you're headed for that 100-day, 200-day, and that 50-day simple moving average. Now, yesterday we had to put a high in yesterday of 80.85. We noticed that price channel is now at 885. It was at the top of this candle here, sitting at 80.62. So now it looks like this price channel is moving on up here, okay? So we can't really trade this today here, but again, we can get all prepared here for on Thursday. So here's what we're going to have. Let's just look at the downside here first. So what we have is this 50 SMA. This is going to be your good support level. That's 79.79. And then we have 79.68, your 200 simple moving average. And then we have your 79.57, which is your 100 SMA here. And then we have your 79.06, which is your 8 simple moving average. That's going to be all very, very strong support. And as that 8-day moves on up here, that takes the price right on up here very, very nicely. Now, here on the weekly, we're all jammed up. I always point out how much you get that 79.50, 79.77, and we have that 100-day 79.65. Everything is right in that area. As long as it holds that for the week, we are in really, really good shape. And this 8-day is very, very key here, 78.14, where you can see we're nice clearly above. Now we put that bottoming tail in here, and then we had a nice higher high last week. And then so far, we have a nice higher high going here this week. Very, very nice. Now, this sell down here, which you see the sell down, you say, well, that isn't really common for seasonality. Well, the key to what we have is that OPEC meeting came out, and they said, we're going to extend the cuts, but the volunteer cuts, they're going to start say, well, we can start releasing that oil in the fall. And the market did not like that because they say, oh, now you're going to flood the market here with oil, especially in the fall. That's not a good, and that fell right down. But again, that never lasts. Okay, here we have now the summer driving. You got 4th of July holiday coming up here. You have August, which is a very volatile month because you're going into hurricane season. Any kind of disruption, anything on that order takes crude oil, natural gas, everything higher here, okay? So what we want to do on the downside is just watch this key 50 days. So if it sells down to this area here, or it comes down here to your 79.68, your 200-day, or your 100 SMA here, then that is going to be a good buying opportunity here to take this thing longer, is how this looks right here. And this 8-day, when the futures open here tonight, this 8-day will be higher kind of a situation. Now, what we're looking at here is on the upside. Okay, so you're looking at 80.85, very, very key level here. Now we want to break above that. If we do, then we're going to look right to the top of this candle here. This is your next right resistance at 81.57. And then when it come right here to the bottom of this candle, you're looking at 81.99. That's your next resistance. And then we'll come right here, okay, 82.40. And we just follow the candles. You have 83.30. We have 83.91. And then this is what we're looking for here, this topping tail that went right into that 21 SMA at 84.46. You just bring that price channel right across. Next price channel, you just bring across. We have the top of this candle here at 85.64. And then we'll bring this candle right here around that price channel across on the top of this candle, 86.18. And then we have your big retest up there at 87.67 is your big retest area here. But as I pointed out here, we had that left shoulder here. We had the head, and then we have the right shoulder going on here, okay? So This was acting almost like a bull flag kind of a situation. And then when she popped through that, then you can see exactly what's happening. But again, when you see this 8-day come on down, but when it curves, okay, and you get that price above it, then we're looking very good, just like we had here. This is a good, perfect example. When it gets below, the price gets below, this is what happens, and you fight it the whole way until we can reverse that situation, okay? So right now here, if it sells down, just watch all this support area here and the key level here. If we get all the way through, is going to be that 79.06, which will be higher tonight as it goes on here. And then the upside, just watch that 80.85. If we can start getting above that, then we just follow this, all these candles up here very, very nicely. Now, see, this is why I like the price channels, because as this is selling off, you have your price channels going down, but it leaves these great areas here for resistance, because all this is just the top of the candles, which then when it rallies up here, that's what your big targets are, is these price channels. Okay, so it makes life very, very easy. Okay, RSI here looking very, very good. You're sitting at 59. You're kind of flattening out. You got plenty of room to run. You had that bullish crossover to green over to red. Boom, that's what you get. Now, look at here on your weekly chart. Look at your green is starting to curl up. If we get that crossover, just like we had here, okay, this is what you get, okay? So when you have the cross, the green crosses down, that's a sell signal. This is what you get, and this is what you get, okay? RSI sitting very, very good here. Plenty of room to run, sitting at 52 here, okay? So realistically, just watch the top of this candle. This is going to be very, very key. Well, again, you always want to watch the previous day's highs, lows, and closing. Okay, so you had that 80.85 on the high, 79.17, and you close at 80.78 here. So this is looking very, very bullish. I wish I could jump in this market and trade it. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily chart. Now, you can see here how nice we had this really good run up. There's that 8 SMA here, okay? When that price is above that, see how nice that is? All right, very, very nice. Same way here. Now, we were trading this box kind of an area, but what we had is you had a low, higher low, higher low. And then when she ran up, all that higher lows and higher highs. Very, very nice. That's a kind of pattern that you always want to look at, because that's always bullish, because it's bottom left, upper right kind of a situation. That's what you're looking for. And this is what you don't want to look at unless you're short, okay? If you're short, then you're short. Well, hell, this is great. This is what you're looking for, okay? So we had that indecision candle. Then we had that series of lower highs and lower lows. Now, I always point out this 8 simple moving average here, because this is always key. You notice that it came down and it held it. All right. Next day, it popped up, but you only got about half the candle, and then it closed down below not only just the 8 SMA, but below the previous day's low. Okay. That always tells you you're going to go lower, and then you look for the next big target, which was the 21-day, and you can see how nicely it held. Okay. Okay. Keep it simple. Look how simple this is, okay? You lose one, then you look right for the next. Now, again, if that would have been lost, then we can follow these candles down, but then we just look for the next levels, okay? Very, very simple. Now, what we're doing here is we're trading the last couple, 3 days is between the 21-day and the 8-day, okay? See this? Okay, we held. Look at yesterday. Now, I pointed out yesterday on this gap, okay? So we had a gap here of 2.848, and then we had that fill, okay, at 2.87. So obviously it filled that gap and that fill. Now, it couldn't quite make it up to that 8 simple moving average. And now look at here today, we made a little bit higher high. So yesterday's high, 2.916. Today's high, 2.92. So we're just right above that, which we're looking for right across here at the bottom of this candle. You're looking for basically 2.90, and that's really where we are. Now, let's just look at the upside here first, okay? So what we're looking for is right there, 2.948. That's going to be very, very key resistance, okay? If we can get above that 8 SMA, then we're going to look right to the top of this candle. You're looking at 3 flat, okay? Then we'll look right here, looking at 3.09, and then we have 3.13, and then we have your 3.159, okay? That's what we're looking for here on the upside, if you can close above that 8 simple moving average. Now, if you can't, okay, now these gaps and fills are going to be support. So now we're looking for that 2.87 for support. Okay, we're looking for this 2.848, that's support. And then we're going to look here for this 21-day here at 2.785. Now, again, if that's lost, this is what your big target's going to be right there. It's going to be right there, that 8 SMA sitting at 2.60. We have this 50 SMA here. You're sitting at 2.51. And then we have 2.47. Those are going to be your big targets. Now, that being said, there's also other targets here, okay? So what we want to do is we want to come right over here to the left. You have 2.75, okay? That's the level, that's what you're going to be looking for, okay? Then we're going to come here, you got 2.65. Then we'll have here, okay, you got that 2.60, which lines up very nice with this 8 simple moving average, okay? Then we'll come right here, 2.57, and then we hit that 50-day, then we hit your 200-day. The simple moving averages are your big targets and your big support and resistance levels. The candlesticks are your support and resistance levels, okay? So we just follow that down until we can find some really, really good support. But that's only if you lose that 21-day. Now, we could be trading sideways here for a while. Who knows, okay? So trade this range. If you break out, we know where it's going to go. If you break below, we know where it's going to go. Just that simple. Now, RSI here looking good. We had that negative divergence, and it played right on out here. Okay, see that? Okay, negative divergence going on here on the RSI. Now we're all straightened out here. We're kind of like flatline. But this right here, your green cross below your red, that's a sell signal, and that's what we got right here. So you want to line up a few things into the mix. You never want to just take one indicator and say, hey, that's the end all be all. It doesn't really work like that, okay? So always look for these candlesticks. When you start seeing lower lows and lower highs, you have to keep on saying, hey, this isn't going to be a turnaround until we find good support level, which we did at the 21-day, and then we put that big green ass candle here, and now we got to see where we're going to stand, okay? Very, very simple. On this here for the week, okay, which is Friday, a little shortened day here, week this week, watch this 8S-day. We want to close above that 8 and that 50-day, but okay, when we were down here, I said, give this 8-day a chance here to catch up and cross the 21-day, cross that 50-day. So now this is going to become very, very good support here. Okay, unless it's lost, then we just go level to level on the downside. Okay, I'll be back here later today after the futures open there at 6 o'clock, and we'll go and take a look here and see what's going on with crude and natural gas. So I hope everybody enjoys their holiday off. Thanks for watching.